In a world where algorithms decide what you watch, who you follow, even what you desire, where machines can compose symphonies, design skyscrapers, and trade billions before you blink, the greatest question of our time is not what artificial intelligence can do. The real question is, what will you do? Because we are living in an era where entire careers vanish overnight, where industries are built and destroyed in the span of a single tweet, where a teenager with a laptop can launch a company from their bedroom and go global before renting their first office. This is the age of disruption, and disruption does not respect your degree, your resume, or your excuses. It only measures one thing: your ability to think, adapt, and act with courage. Napoleon Hill once declared that definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. He wrote those words in the Great Depression, when the world was drowning in fear, when families starved, when hope felt like a luxury, and yet his message was simple. In times of chaos, clarity is power. Now ask yourself, what is your definite purpose in the age of AI? If machines can automate skills, if software can outwork human hands, what remains uniquely yours? The answer is your vision, your imagination, your ability to direct technology rather than be directed by it. Gen Z entrepreneurs, freelancers, creators, founders, you are the first generation in history to hold supercomputers in your pockets, to command AI as if it were a personal assistant, to build global audiences from a single bedroom. And yet with all this power comes a hidden trap: distraction. The endless scroll, the fake comparisons, the illusion of productivity. Definiteness of purpose is your weapon against this trap. Without it, you are like a ship tossed in the storm of algorithms, chasing trends but never arriving at destiny. With it, you are unshakable, because you know exactly why you rise each morning. So here is your challenge. Write down, in one single sentence, what you are building. Not a vague dream, not a fantasy. A definite, clear statement. I will build a digital agency that empowers small businesses to compete globally. I will launch a startup that solves the problem of student debt with AI. I will use my brand to inspire millions to master financial independence. That sentence is your compass in a world designed to distract you, but clarity is only the first step. Hill also taught the power of organized knowledge, the idea that raw information is useless unless it is applied. Today, knowledge is everywhere. AI can summarize books, generate code, write essays, even pass law exams. But remember this: access to knowledge is not the same as mastery of knowledge. The difference lies in your ability to filter, focus, and act. Consider this: in the startup world, ideas are cheap. Execution is priceless. Two people can feed the same prompt into AI. One will create noise, the other will create a business. The difference is not the tool. The difference is the clarity of mind using it. So here's what you must do this week. Pick one domain: marketing, coding, design, investing, and use AI not as a replacement for your brain, but as an amplifier. Feed it your vision, refine its output, and then execute relentlessly. Stop waiting for perfection. Stop comparing tools. Just Build. Hill also revealed a principle most entrepreneurs ignore: the Mastermind Alliance. He knew that no empire is ever built alone. In his time, he studied Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie, men who surrounded themselves with minds sharper than their own. And today, the digital mastermind is at your fingertips. Communities on Discord, masterminds on Zoom, collaborations on LinkedIn. Your allies are not bound by geography anymore. The smartest people in the world are one message away, but you must have the humility to seek them and the courage to bring value before you ask for help. Ask yourself, who are the 5 people shaping your thinking right now? If they are not building, creating, investing, or expanding, then you are not in a mastermind. You are in a comfort zone, and comfort zones build nothing. There is another principle Hill repeated, one the modern age desperately needs: persistence. In a culture obsessed with speed, persistence is rare. Everyone wants to go viral overnight, to raise capital in a week, to see abs in 30 days. But the truth has not changed. Wealth, freedom, mastery. These are built not in weeks but in relentless years of action. Persistence in the age of AI looks different. It is not about grinding without rest. It is about iteration. Ship fast, learn, ship again. Fail forward. The entrepreneurs who win are not the ones who avoid failure, but the ones who refuse to let failure define them. Think of the countless creators who uploaded for years before a single video caught fire. The founders who pitched 100 investors before hearing yes. The coders who built 10 useless apps before one solved a billion-dollar problem. That is persistence modernized. And then, perhaps Hill's most dangerous yet liberating lesson. Faith. Not faith as religion, but faith as the belief that your mind can create reality. Science today calls it psychology. Startups call it vision. Investors call it conviction. But the truth remains. If you do not believe in your idea before the world sees it, the world will never see it. Faith is not blind hope. Faith is training your mind to expect victory. When you wake up, do you see problems or do you see possibilities? When you fail, do you see the end or do you see iteration? In an age of AI, where every limitation feels removed, the only limits that remain are the ones inside your mind. So practice this. Each night, visualize your definite purpose as already achieved. Not as a fantasy, but as a rehearsal for your subconscious. Athletes do this before championships. Founders do this before IPOs. You must do this before each day of creation. Now let us speak of money, because Hill never avoided it and neither should you. He wrote that riches respond to those who demand them with clarity and purpose. But in today's world, money is no longer just currency. It is attention, it is data, it is trust. You want to grow rich in the age of AI? Learn how to earn attention with authenticity, how to manage data with wisdom, how to build trust with persistence. When you master these, money is a side effect. The freelancer who builds trust earns clients faster than AI can replace them. The startup founder who captures attention without manipulation builds a tribe that no algorithm can erase. The investor who manages data with discipline grows wealth even in chaos. This is money psychology in 2025, and all of this points back to one truth Napoleon Hill screamed to his generation, a truth more urgent now than ever. You become what you think about. If your mind is consumed with fear of AI replacing you, it will. If your mind is obsessed with how to use AI as leverage, it becomes your ally. The battlefield is not the marketplace. It is not the code. It is not the algorithm. The battlefield is your own thinking. So I ask you now, what do you think about most of the day? Survival or creation? Excuses or execution? Fear or faith? Because whatever dominates your thoughts will dominate your reality. And when the noise of the world grows too loud, when doubt screams in your mind, when failure whispers that you are not enough, remember this: you are not in competition with AI. You are not in competition with others. You are in competition with the weaker version of yourself. This is the age where men and women who master their minds, who seize definiteness of purpose, who use tools as leverage, who build alliances, who persist with patience, who believe with faith. This is the age where they will not just survive. They will lead. Think and Grow Rich was never about paper money. It was about power of thought. And in this century, that truth has only multiplied. Because now, your thought, combined with technology, has the power to create empires in months instead of decades. So here's your final command. Stop waiting for permission. Stop worshiping trends. Stop scrolling for answers that are already within you. Define your purpose. Build your mastermind. Persist through failures. Believe in your vision. And use AI not as your master, but as your servant. Because the future does not belong to machines. The future belongs to the mind that knows how to use them. Think, act, persist, believe, and grow rich in the age of artificial intelligence.